Frankfurt section, but police say it was really a massive illegal drug party. Tonight, nearly 24 people are facing charges, and 50 pounds of marijuana is in the hands of police. Sunday night, in the big story on Action News, is a weekend raid on a huge party that police say broke a long list of laws. In addition to the alleged illegal activities inside that warehouse was the venue itself. Inspectors say nearly 200 people were crammed into what authorities describe as a potential death trap. Action News reporter Annie McCormick is live at police headquarters with more. Annie.
And Walter and Sarah, at least 22 people were arrested. Many of them are still being processed tonight. Now, sources say at least 2 of the organizers are facing serious charges, not just for the drugs, but also for the property where they held the event. Philadelphia police narcotics officers arrested 22 people just before 8 p.m. at this Frankfurt warehouse in the 4500 block of 4th Street during Saturday night's Philly Smoke Session Spring Fling. Police released 175 people attending. Outside, some defended the event.
The cannabis community of Philadelphia is a community that likes to help people, that likes to help patients. And you know, a lot of these people here are medical marijuana patients.
And today, a few even stood outside police headquarters in protest of the arrests. Police raided the pop party, seizing 50 pounds of bulk marijuana, $50,000 in cash, and THC-infused edibles, and 4 guns. The city's licenses and inspections department also were on site.
We discovered that all the fire safety systems were inoperable, so the fire alarm didn't work, sprinkler system didn't work.
L&I deemed the building a fire and safety hazard because of crowd size, butane torches found, and only 1 entrance and exit. L&I says records show a proper license and zoning for the site were never obtained. Besides illegal drugs, they say safety was a major concern.
We do it because it is a potential death trap very often, and it's probably things are going to be okay, but if they're not, it could really be a disaster.
And according to sources, those 4 guns that were seized actually belonged to armed security guards that were allegedly hired by the organizers of this event. Now, L&I says that they're still working to figure out who owns the building. Neighbors say that there are actually several businesses inside. Neighbors also telling Action News that they have complained about loud parties inside of that building for some time.
Philadelphia police bust Smokeasy marijuana party, arrest 22 for victimless crimes. The war on marijuana rages on. While marijuana has never killed anyone and has proven medical benefits, the police state of the USA continues to point guns and lock people in cages for using said substance. This was the case outside of Philadelphia last Saturday. According to Philly.com, marijuana activists gathered outside Philadelphia police headquarters on Sunday with "Honk for Free Weed" signs to protest the arrest of 22 people taken into custody when cops raided a pot party in Frankfurt on Saturday night. As human rights and civil liberties go, this bust was kind of ridiculous, said Hugh McHugh, 62, an Overbrook resident who attended the protest, but not the marijuana party. Philadelphia police busted the Smokeasy marijuana party in a warehouse Saturday night and concurrently raided the South Philadelphia house of the marijuana activist who organized the meetup, according to authorities and friends of the party host who attended the event. In a statement, police said 19 men and 3 women were taken into custody following an investigation of large-scale marijuana sales. About 175 people were released without charges, police said. Confiscated in the 7:45 p.m. Saturday raid were about 50 pounds of marijuana, $50,000 in cash, 4 handguns, and about 100 pounds of THC-infused edibles, according to police. Partygoers said those edibles included THC-laced gummy bears. The event, which took place in a warehouse on the 4500 block of Worth Street, was publicized on Instagram by Philly Smoke Session, which was charging $50 per person to attend. Comedian and pot activist N.A. Poe, whose real name is Rich Tamaxio, 37, was identified as the organizer. Tamaxio and his girlfriend, Rachel Friedman, were each charged with 7 separate offenses, including conspiracy, drug, and threatening public safety charges. Bail was set Monday at $250,000 each. Tamaxio's 66-year-old father, also named Richard, was charged with 4 separate drug and conspiracy offenses and was released Monday after posting 10% of $25,000 bail. Tamaxio/Poe and Chris Goldstein, a Philly.com columnist who previously served on the board of Philly PRUMMELL, National Organization for the Reform of Marijuana Laws, were the marijuana activists who successfully lobbied Mayor Kenney when he was a councilman to decriminalize small amounts of marijuana for personal use. Goldstein and Mike Whiter, a Marine Corps veteran who uses pot to treat his post-traumatic stress disorder, both said they attended Saturday night's event. While the venue was new, Philly Smoke Session has been held in other locations across the city for 2 years without a problem, they said. They basically just did a Smokeasy raid, Goldstein said. Here we are, back in the heyday of Prohibition. Both men estimated that at least 100 police officers, including many from narcotics and SWAT, participated in the raid. They told us, "We're not here for the customers, we're here for the vendors and organizers," Whiter said. This thing was planned and orchestrated well prior to that day. Whiter and Goldstein said they believe the raid specifically targeted Poe. They said his South Philly house was searched at the same time the party raid occurred. Police also raided a third location, though the connection of that location to the party or Poe was not clear. Authorities said additional contraband was recovered at both properties, but they did not specify what was confiscated. According to Goldstein and Whiter, many underground medical marijuana patients attend these events, where vendors have marijuana in all its various forms, including edibles, buds, and oils. Not everybody is selling or buying, a lot of people are giving it away or trading or sharing, Goldstein said. That's the nature of the medical marijuana patient community. Both men said they were unaware of anyone with a gun at the party. Goldstein said he was outside the building, smoking a tobacco cigarette with 2 hired security guards for the party when 6 men wearing neck badges came up and put them all against the wall. He said he was handcuffed behind his back and twice searched by 2 different officers, both of whom put their hands down the front of his pants. One of the officers volunteered that he was doing this because marijuana is still illegal and that's why they were there, Goldstein said. Meanwhile, Whiter was upstairs enjoying the party, which was attended by a couple of hundred people throughout the night, he said. Whiter was chatting with someone when he saw people rush through the doors. Immediately, I knew what was happening, he said. The SWAT team came busting in and told everybody to get their effing hands on the wall until they realized there was not enough wall space, so they had us sit down and put our hands on our head. Read full article here. This is worse than alcohol prohibition because marijuana is much safer and people refuse to stand up and demand change as they did with booze. When are people going to demand that tax-funded cops stop wasting their time with pothieds? This only makes people distrust and dislike the police even more. And I say this as a 2-time, soon to be 3, victim of the war on marijuana. Enough is enough. Jails were not built for people who have never harmed anyone and whose choice of substance doesn't harm anyone. Period. When will police gain that common sense?
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Sheriff County Cop Watch with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me, and I'm sick of it. So I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if some, if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave a, let's say, actually, yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But, do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, at least I can do it, 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt-free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is, if I got, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. 47,000 of you so far right now. $1 a day. $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.